good job of that. Make sure you have a nice quiet place to work as best you can. Here's a big one.
I have my room.
In class, you wouldn't just speak out. If I said a word, you wouldn't interrupt me, you wouldn't interrupt a classmate, you would raise your hand or you would wait till an appropriate time. We need to do that on Zoom as well. So if you have something to say or you have a question, ideally, I would like you to use the raise your hand button that's underneath the participants, because that way Zoom gives me a little window that says, hey, so-and-so has a question, and then I'll say, hey, what's your question? But I'm not it's hard when we all interrupt each other. So just like in class, raise your hand. Now, if I don't see it and it seems like I'm ignoring you, that's when you want to turn your mic off and just say, hey, Ms. Gall, I have a question. Because there might be times, especially if you're sitting here like this with your camera on, I might miss it. So that's when you want to maybe interrupt me. But if you have a question, raise your hand either here or use the little raise your hand option that's underneath participants. So when you open participants, you've got yes, no, go slower, go faster. If you click the raise your hand, it gives me a notification that says so-and-so raised their hand so that I can pay attention to it. The chat is also where you can put questions. And again, if you've put a question in the chat and I didn't answer it, you could try putting it in again because it might have scrolled past it and I missed it. Or again, politely interrupt me and say, hey, I have a question. You guys do a pretty good job of that. And then again, quick reminder, you are being recorded. It's going to be posted online probably. Make sure you are speaking and acting appropriately. Next up, we've got our agenda for today. You've already copied down your student numbers. You've already done your Google form. The next things we need to do is we need to go over our student checklist. And then you have 2 homework assignments for Wednesday, and then hopefully we'll get to bingo. We didn't in the last class. So student checklists. You might have gotten these for other courses. This is something that I've made for you to help you keep track of your assignments so that you know that you've turned everything in and done everything that you need to do to get all your credit for math for Tuesday. Where you will find this guy is, do we have any guesses of where it probably is? Where's everything kept? When you take the attendance quiz, where is it? Where was the Google form? Where was the numbers posted?
In our modules?
In the modules. So if you go to modules, every week at the very, very top, I'm going to put this student checklist link. So it won't be every day. This is every week. Srini, what's your question? If you're asking it right now, you have your mute on and I can't hear you. What's up, girl?
I forgot my student number.
Okay, I will tell it to you in. You can always find it here, but I'll open that for you quick. And wait for it to load all the way. So that student checklist is for the week. So I will always be updating it and put it at the top for you. And here we go. You are number 20.
Okay, thank you.
So student checklist, when you click on it, it's going to ask you to make a copy. If you want, you can be doing this while I do it at the same time, because remember, we always want to have those 2 screens open. We always want to split our screen between Zoom and Canvas so that I can see both of them at the same time. So here's what it looks like. It hasn't loaded all the way yet. There we go. Now what's nice about this is it's basically an agenda that I'm going to fill out for you. So for instance, yesterday you had to do 2 things. You had to do the attendance quiz and you had to do that exit ticket. So you could, if you did both of them, which I hope you did, you would check them off on that copy that you made. And once you have everything checked off, you know that you have done everything you needed to do in order to get your full credit for math for that day. At the bottom, this is where you see your days of the week. So today's Tuesday, so I'm going to click on Tuesday, and I see that I have 4 things that are assigned to me. I'm probably going to go in and actually delete this one because you're not going to get to it today. So you had to do 3 things to get your full credit for participating. You had to complete the attendance quiz. You had to write down that student number, and you had to complete the Google form. If you can check, if you've got 3 out of 3, you're good. You've done everything. You don't have any math homework. Then, so what I would do is on Monday, I would open this, and then I would leave it open all week because it's going to have everything that you need to do every day of the week so you know whether you have homework or not. Addie, what's your question? Or Adelina? Not Addie.
I didn't find my student number.
Okay. Let me I'll get you that in just a minute. Alexis, you had your hand up.
So you said 3 out of 3, and mine says 3 out of 4, but I completed all 3 of them.
If all your stuff is checked off, you're good. That might just be a computer
Wait a minute,
glitch.
how do you get there again?
No, it says, I checked on Tuesday, it says start digital name.
Oh, yeah.
And
I will delete that on my end, probably maybe during advisory today, and that'll go away.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And there might be a time where you haven't got that done yet because that's going to be homework type thing. For this today, that's not the case. And I heard, where do I find that again? That's going to be modules. And it will always be the first thing for the week. So because it's all week, I put it right at the top along with the link to all the slides that I show you through the week. So again, Mondays, I would just open it, leave it open, and then you always know whether you have homework or not. Any other questions on the checklist? So you see all the days are here at the bottom. So for instance, tomorrow you don't have class with me, but you still have math assignments to do. Questions going once, going twice. Moving on. Okay, next up is our digital name tags. This is your big assignment for this week. It is due on Friday. So you'll see it says you will work on this on Wednesday and Thursday. It is due Friday. So this is going to be open for you tomorrow morning. It is not open for you yet. It says you will be completing a digital name tent to share with the class on Friday. The link will show up on your Wednesday module. Complete the slide that goes with your student number. So this is why you need to know your student numbers. So if we go back here, let's go through I'll go through all the student numbers again one more time. And again, write this down because you're going to need it all year for assignments like this one. So it always starts with number 2 because I'm number 1. So Jaden is 2, Adelina's 3, Patrick 4, Audrey 5, Nina 6, Emily 7, Alexis 8, Lily 9, Marley 10, Sophia E 11, Eric 12, Sophia G 13, Cassidy 14, George 15, Jonas 16, Cassiana 17, Tucker 18, Alexander 19, Sharini 20, Valeria 21, Morelli 22, Keenan 23, Nathan 24, Nicole 25, Hunter 26, Addie 27, Caden 28. So those are your numbers for the whole year. Make sure you memorize that guy. Tomorrow, you're going to go down to Wednesday's to-dos, and you're going to see this name tent. You're going to click on it, And it should, what core are you guys?
2.
2. So don't click on core 1 or core 3. Click on core 2. And here's your assignment for this week. Here's my example slide. Maybe. So here's my example slide. And then here are all the slides you guys will be doing. So who's my number 2? Jaden's not here. Number 3 is Adelina. So Adelina, this is your slide. You will be doing number 3. So whatever your math number is that I just told you, that's the slide that you will be changing. That's the one you will get credit for. Does that make sense? So Miss Gall is always number 1, so I get to be slide number 1. You guys will edit these. These are all text boxes, so you can type in them. It says add your favorite color as the background. I went with like a nice mustard yellow. Put your name in the middle. And then it says add a picture of yourself. So I uploaded a picture. Add an emoji or a bitmoji that shows how you're feeling. You can Google how to do the bitmojis, or you can just put a smiley face picture or frowny face, whatever you're feeling about it. List 3 facts about yourself. I decided to put a picture in there as well. This is your name tag. You can add little things like that to make it look nice, make it look personal. So my 3 facts that I chose to share was I was born and raised in Missoula, Montana. Number 2, I love volleyball and coach at Westview High School. Number 3, my favorite food is peanut butter. So you pick any facts about you and those go there. In this box, there should be an I here, but there's not, but that's okay. It should say, if you could have a superpower, what would you choose and why? So I said, if I could have one superpower, it would be invisibility because I like gossip and would listen to what everyone is saying without them knowing I was there. And then this last one wants you to finish the sentence. It says, I hope, and then you need to finish that sentence. I said, I hope to get to know all of you individually and that we get to go back to in-person learning at some point. So this is due when?
Friday.
Friday. This is due Friday. You will not have time to work on it today. It hasn't been published yet. Tomorrow, do you have math class?
No.
No.
Not really, no.
No.
But you have math assignments. You still have to do math even though you're not coming to math. This is one of them. This, again, it's due Friday, so you don't have to finish it tomorrow. It's kind of yours to determine how you use your time. You'll probably have a little bit of time on Thursday to work on it in class. But I would plan on doing most of it tomorrow. Questions on the name tag? Who can tell me, how do you know which slide to change?
By your math number.
By whatever your math number was. If you're 7, this is your slide. That's how you get points. Alexis.
Wait, what if you don't know how to add an image of yourself or like backgrounds or anything of those?
So backgrounds, you can just go right here and click background and just make it a color. And then as far as picture, I would take a picture on your Chromebook and it'll save it, and then you can go insert image and you can upload it from your drive. So it's an opportunity. You can also just turn your camera on right here. And take a picture. So just play around with Google Slides a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Srini, yes, you can. Any other questions? Going once, going twice, moving on.
I forgot,
So
how do you get to this page?
How do you get to that page? That will be, you can't see it yet. It will be in the modules on Wednesday. So tomorrow morning, I'll open it up for you. Next up is your other homework for tomorrow. You will also need to watch 4 videos that I have posted on Canvas. So again, modules. You can't see it yet, but you'll see it tomorrow morning. It says Canvas how-to videos. You're gonna click on that, and these 4 videos should pop up. Make sure you watch them because you have a quiz on them on Thursday. It is not a difficult quiz, but you will not be able to pass it if you don't watch the videos. They're not super long. I think the top one's probably the longest. It'll take you maximum 15 minutes. So homework assignment number 1, name tags. Homework assignment number 2, watching the Canvas videos. Your third thing that you're gonna need to do in that notebook that you just wrote down the student number in, you need to copy these into your notes. So these are our expectations. This should be the first page in your math notebook. You're gonna copy 1, 2, and 3. So that, ideally, when I look at our checklist for tomorrow, I should see those 3 things. I'm gonna delete this. You do not have an attendance quiz to take tomorrow. You have copy down classroom expectations into notes, work on your digital name tag, watch all 4 Canvas videos. That's what's posted for Wednesday. We feel like we're good. You're gonna get all your assignments in tomorrow.
Yes.
You can also email me tomorrow because I will be working. I'm just not gonna be live. So if you have questions, you can ask. Alexis, what's up?
How do you get to the expectations thing?
The expectations?
Yeah.
Yep, it's gonna be the same thing. You cannot see it on your modules yet, but tomorrow morning, it will show up under Wednesday right here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can't see these 3 things yet, but either late tonight or early tomorrow morning, I will publish all of them for you. All right, we've got 4 minutes. Does anybody need time to finish the stuff from the start of the class, or we can play this or that? So what I want you to do is I'm gonna name 2 things. I'm gonna say this or that. If you like the first one and you wanna choose the first one, I want you in the chat to do a thumbs up. You can do that with the reactions button, so it looks like that. Or a lot of people have figured out how to put the thumbs up in the chat. If you wanna choose the second option, I want you to choose the heart reaction. Or you can put a heart in the chat, or if you can't figure out how to do either of those things, you can write first or second in the chat. So here are...
Wait, the chat is only...
Do I need to change our chat settings?
Probably.
Yeah, we don't see any reaction things.
So the reactions are not in the chat. The reactions will be on that bar that has like share screen.
Wait, sorry, can you say that
We
again? My
have
internet
reactions,
connection was
'cause
glitchy.
all it says on our things, it says mute, stop video, participants, chat, share, and then leave meeting.
So some of you might have it, some of you might not.
You have to go in
Wait,
the
what happened?
participants.
My internet connection glitched out. Can you say that again?
Some of you, it depends on which version of Zoom you have. If you don't have it, it's not a big deal. You can use the one that's in the
If
participant.
I don't have what?
If you don't have the reactions, because the participant has that option for a thumbs up as well. Or you can
Okay.
put it in the chat. So your first this or that is, would you rather have to eat 1 dog treat per day plus whatever food you want, or never eat dog food, but all you can eat is cereal?
Dog treat, because
Quiet,
Every
it said this
dog
is
food.
in the chat. So You can put 1 or 2, that's fine. Thumbs up or heart.
Isn't the chat between?
The chat is private only to you, so.
That's okay. I'll fix it later. Right now I'm seeing it, so that's okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Here were some school ones. Would you rather go to school 4 days a week for 10 hours a day or 5 days a week for 8 hours a day? So normally you guys go 5 days a week for 8 hours. Would you rather do that? That was number 2. Or would you rather only go Monday through Thursday, but every day you have to go 2 more hours?
The meeting supposed to end? For my mic.
Personally, I would do the second one. All right, that is our time for today. So remember, you have 3 things to do tomorrow, and then I will see you on Thursday.
Bye-bye.
Bye, good job.
That is
Bye.